Hello and welcome to another overview about Bitcoin and Cardano, technical analysis update. See where we are. Overall, it's looking quite positive today. You know, everything's in the green. We're making gains again. Yeah, the charts seem to recover overall. You know, from Bitcoin to Ethereum to Solana, Cardano, everything's going up at the moment, including Polkadot and very impressively, obviously, Polygon Matic, as expected. You know that I remain bullish on Matic all the time, even though I'm now getting bearish on Bitcoin. But I talked about that in previous videos. Also here, Crypto.com, Crow, making impressive gains. I keep the video a bit shorter today because the last one was quite long. Overall, my expectation is playing out at the moment. We are, in my view, in this larger correction, ABC. So this huge correction, which actually started here in April. My assumption now is basically because we dropped below 53k, that we're in this ABC correction that will take us below 30k. Not many people talk about that. And to be honest, it's not easy to keep that bearish scenario up here on the chart while we are going higher. But at the moment, this is part of the expectation that we are moving into this yellow target range in a smaller wave B, because what you have here on that move down here so far was an impulsive move down. So we can see that, and that is one possible scenario that we have seen here within these waves currently play out, an A, a B and a C. So that is taking us to these target levels here at the moment. If that is playing out as a wave B. To see that, we would need a three-wave structure here, because a B wave is a three-wave structure, and this seems to be playing out at the moment. This could also, it's too early to tell now. This would all be invalidated if we now see a five-wave structure to the upside and start to get an impulsive move up. That's possible, but not very likely in my view. I stick with my scenario that we're coming down here into that wave C. Could also be that we're not quite getting into this target area, but we drop straight away. I did say that. I would prefer that. That would be a stronger drop, a much stronger drop immediately, where we could find support at one of the key support levels here, 45k, 39.5 or 37.5. But at the moment, it's looking like that we get a little bit of a relief rally. What I did tell you directly after we dropped, I said my view is that we get I called it an irrational relief rally, what you normally see after such a strong move down. You get this, so-called relief rally in a wave B, which is which can overshoot as well. So it could actually go higher than this target area all the way to the all-time high, even a little bit higher, which makes it extremely difficult again to detect. But overall, I would personally expect that we are in this B wave at the moment. But if we cannot go higher from here, then the final scenario will play out that we go down straight away. Overall, my scenario, in both scenarios, we will end up in this region at the moment. That is my current view. I'll keep you updated should anything change in the charts, and should I be able to see a five-wave structure to the upside, which would invalidate that whole structure here. And to be honest, I'm happy with an immediate move to the upside. You know, don't worry. But if that ABC plays out, I think that would be good news for all crypto investors, and it would be because that would assume after a large ABC, I mean, look at that ABC started in April, so this is a 9-month correction, if my assumption is correct, and that 9-month correction will lead after that to a strong impulsive wave to the upside. That means we will, after this ABC correction, in my view, fairly soon, but I could be wrong, no crystal ball, as you know. In my view, fairly soon after this ABC correction, that correction took already 9 months, right? We could see a strong move up to new all-time highs, yeah? Basically reset everything under 30k, and then from there on move up much higher, maybe 200k, 150k as people expected. It just takes a bit longer, but it will mean that probably next year we will have another bull cycle, which is actually great. I think that's good news. I keep you updated. As I said, people will get too bullish, everybody will go in long again, and that is then when I expect the move down. ADA, following Bitcoin and doing fairly well actually at the moment, as you can see here. However, still in this downtrend, yeah, in this correction as well. ADA from an Elliott Wave point of view in this ABC WXY, basically a connected ABC, which then is called WXY in a correction, but within a wave 2, so within a corrective wave of this larger wave 1 that we built here throughout August, and you had this wave 2 and now we are in a wave 3, or we're getting into a wave 3. As soon as Bitcoin has finished its correction, I would expect that Cardano finally breaks out. I've given you this yellow target area here. In the last 2 months we've been talking about it. I did extend it recently to the downside because we dropped further than I expected into this target area. But overall, this is still all a valid wave 2. And I did say even if we drop below this and stay above $1, that would still all be a valid wave 2. And you know what? If Bitcoin really drops to 30K or even lower, I'm getting more confident that ADA could actually hold above $1, because now we are already at 144. And this gives us a lot of buffer actually to possibly hold that $1 level, especially as the indicators on the ADA side are much lower already than Bitcoin. We were oversold. We're on the weekly, on the RSI much lower. For example, the MACD is much lower. So it gives us less scope to actually fall than, for example, Bitcoin, where the indicators are still fairly high, right? So yeah, as soon as the Bitcoin ABC correction has played out, I would expect ADA also to turn around here. What I expect now, if Bitcoin really does this wave B move here to the upside, this relief rally before we then drop down in a final move, that ADA will also go up higher here. Again, will be probably then another fake out. Could be at around 175, key resistance here, or 181, also key resistance here. Or even the psychological $2 level where we could land in that relief rally before we also then come down once more, probably with Bitcoin. I guess it is just fair to assume that we were going to follow Bitcoin here in these moves. And ADA BTC is still looking like that we are in this downward channel, unfortunately. So we have not yet broken out of this channel to the upside. Now, if we break out here, this indicates that Cardano will start to outperform Bitcoin finally. At the moment, we are still, though, below this teal line, which is the 20-day moving average, below the 50-day moving average, and this in this descending channel that is just pushing us down at the moment. So clear downtrend here on ADA BTC. Also has not recovered yet and moved around yet. Now I think with the latest developments of Bitcoin dropping below 53K, I would assume that and that's only my assumption, that we could here possibly break out when Bitcoin is getting down to the 30K and ADA is not dropping that far, as ADA has already, as I said, on the indicators completely different levels as Bitcoin, for example. Yeah, so much lower, hasn't followed Bitcoin really, and it has started to correct much earlier, whereas Bitcoin had this overshooting wave B, was really high on the indicators and can fall much more than ADA can fall. That's my view currently. So still waiting for this breakout here to the upside, and ADA has proven before that it can outperform Bitcoin. Even when Bitcoin gets smashed, ADA can perform well. It did that before. We've got various examples here on the ADA BTC chart. So just waiting for that to play out. That's still my view, my assumption here. Still bullish on ADA. Generally, short-term bearish on the crypto market. That's what I am. But then knowing that if this scenario is playing out as I have it on the charts here, that next year we are going to see a nice bull run actually, which nobody I think expected. People talked about a super cycle. That could be that super cycle, but we have an unexpected move down, a strong move down, and I'm more confident that this is going to play out because basically nobody's expecting it. So that's my view currently. I could be wrong. I did say that before, and I'm happy to be wrong, because if I'm wrong, then at least we're going to see probably another bull run this year or in January. But with my scenario, that bull run would be delayed a few months, and we are going to see a bad December and January for crypto markets. Well, saying bad December, maybe we are having this ready throughout December that I talked about, and then January will drop off. And then everybody will think, right, we're getting into the bear market when we drop here below 30K, maybe in January, maybe February. And then everybody's expecting this 4-year bear market, or 1 or 2 year bear market. Whereas actually, I think when we've hit this, then we are going to go up from here, hopefully fairly soon. That's my view, based on Elliott Wave counts, based on that analytic method. And so far, as you know, if you've been following me on this channel, these Elliott Waves have played out fairly well so far. So hopefully you liked that update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.